I believe we are live. Hey guys, it's Dr. Nancy Lee. Let's get ready. We have 1 minute countdown. And awesome. Okay, so let me see who else is watching. Awesome. Okay, so people who join us, feel free to put in the chat what question you have about ProductSense interviews. We'll soon get started. And also for people who is going to join us live to do mock interviews, please get ready as well. So people who join us, feel free to put in the chat what question you have about ProductSense interviews. We'll soon get started. And also for people. Okay, so I am all right with you guys. Okay. So we're live on YouTube. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. For anybody who is new to my YouTube channel, quick introduction about who I am. So I help people transition from worker bee to product manager and business leader. I'm also the founder of Product Manager Accelerator. I was a director of product in the past few years, and I have helped over like 200 product managers and land their dream product manager job offer. And since people have been using the free content in the YouTube channel, lots of you guys even watching this free training have landed so many job offers. So therefore I decided to do more live training for all of you guys and make sure more people actually can transition into product management and also land their dream product management job offer. So regardless, you are like entry-level PM, aspiring PM, or you're already a director of product, and this is the right channel for you to really learn what's the best way to package your story and then your dream product management job offer. All right, so let me start sharing my screen for people who already join us. Awesome. So if you join us live here, please comment on the chat. What's your name? Where are you from? Say hi to the audience here. And also for people who are new to our channel, the way it works is I'm going to walk through several of the key concepts regarding how to land a PM job. Today, we focus on the ProductSense interview, and everybody who is here, please directly put your questions in the chat. And at the same time, if people want to do the live mock interview with me about ProductSense, please email me at, let me put in the chat, nancy@drnancylee.com. Yeah, I put in the chat. Please email me to get a live Zoom link so that you can do mock interview with me for free. And yes, people have been paying me thousands of dollars to help them to land their dream job offer. Yes, you can get this free on YouTube every Wednesday. So the goal is really make the product management career available for everybody. That's why we're doing lots of those kind of free training. Okay, so let me do this. Let me start sharing my screen. And then you know how to share my screen. 1 sec. We are right here. Awesome. Okay, great. So I assume you guys can see my screen. Come on the chat if you cannot. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I see lots of people already putting in the chat. Christine and Tara and also Joe. Let me call you Joe. Your phone name is very long. Yes, let's do this. So let me do this. So today we're going to talk about ProductSense interview. And during the ProductSense interview, first of all, I want you to understand what type of interview or what kind of questions we'll ask in what kind of companies. And ProductSense interview usually could be think of as a product design interview. So usually for product design, ProductSense interviews, they ask you questions like this, which is you can see on my slides right now. Those are the 50 FAANG interview questions database, and you can go to the website drnancy.com/50FAANG to download those interview questions. Now let me give you some examples regarding what are those ProductSense, product design interview questions, and how are they going to ask you those questions. Okay, so first of all, they may ask you a question towards, for example, design a product for gardening for Facebook all right? And how would you encourage volunteering on Facebook? And all of those are product sense or product design interview questions, all right? Now, as we are going through those interview questions, and to be very frank with you guys, without the right framework and right practice, it's extremely difficult for people actually to land those job offers from those FAANG companies. And even for non-FAANG companies, we have people interviewing with small, medium companies. They still ask you those kind of product sense interview questions. So I want all of you guys to get ready. I was like, it's very bright. Can you turn it off? We need the filter. All right, sorry guys, adjust the lighting. It's okay. We don't use that tonight. We don't have the filter. Yeah, adjust lighting for my YouTube studio. All right, so let's back home. All right, so comment on the chat regarding what type of interview questions you guys have regarding product sense questions. What kind of companies have you interviewed with who ask you those kind of product sense interview questions yourself? What kind of questions they ask you, by the way? And then we can use it as the mock interview examples for you guys to practice today. Awesome. Okay, great. So another quick reminder is that feel free to directly go to this website, drnancy.com/50FAANG, to get the list of questions they may ask you in different kind of FAANG companies. And for anybody who want to do free live mock interview with me, feel free to directly email me at nancy@drnancy.com. Let me put it here, nancy@drnancy.com. Put in the chat. You are going to get a link from me, and then can tell you how to improve as well. At the same time, feel free to put in your questions. All right, so let's see some of the questions you guys have. So we see the Tara from Canada. I love we have such an international audience. And also Christine, based in New Jersey, United States. Jose said, you have a question about product management interview, how to 10 times revenue. What framework or approach we will need to use to answer this kind of question? And pretty curious. So let me copy this question here. And let me copy this question here. And for everyone else, feel free to put your questions in the chat as well. Okay, so let's do this before we do. Where are the questions? Let me collect all the questions. Oops. And then we're going to go through all the questions together. Okay. I can copy paste here. Copy says unable to create. Dismiss. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Okay, so this question is more about 10 times revenue. How would you think about it, right? Feel free to put other questions on the chat. We're gonna go through all the questions together. We also see Caroline from San Francisco would like to learn more about the question of which is 10 times the revenue. Awesome, awesome. So we're gonna go through this one by one now, collecting all the questions. Okay, great, cool. Another quick reminder for you guys who want to learn what's the best strategy to land your dream product manager job offer, feel free to go to my website, drnancy.com/masterclass, to learn about the free training you guys can do in terms of using the best framework and the right strategy to land your dream product management job offer. The same methodology is applicable to someone who's new into product management and also up to director product level. Actually, we have a senior director product in my program, PM Accelerator, where people actually apply the same strategy to land their high paying jobs. For those direct level, actually you're getting much higher pay. So the range is very different, but I want you guys really think about what's the upside potential regarding what does it mean for you to become a product manager. Okay, so for anybody who want to be selected to do mock interview with me, there's two ways to make it happen. first of all, we do one-on-one nonprofit donation matches. So anytime you make donation to any of the nonprofit I support, you're getting like definitely free coaching through YouTube or Zoom with me. If you do that, feel free to submit the form, where I think in the description of this YouTube video, you have a form where you can just tell me you made the donation. At the same time, whoever makes the most likes, comment, and shares of any of my YouTube videos, yes, you guys will getting like a prioritized for sure. Okay, great. So, but every week I do want to share some inspiring stories with all of you guys, because this is me. Besides teaching you how to do it, I also believe that inspiration is very, very critical. Okay, so that you can keep going, even if sometimes you might get rejected by recruiters. Okay, so this is actually one of our students. His name is Jack. Actually, if you are inside the PM Accelerator, so you will learn more about like who he is. Actually, he spoke at our alumni panel recently. On top of that, he also had referred lots of people to join Uber. But today's story, what I want to share with you is actually how he actually made a quick pivot when he only has 60 days left on his H-1B. Okay, so lots of people will, like me, actually took me 11 years to get my green card. I was on H-1B for a very, very long time. I have so many like sad stories about H-1B. But actually, Jack felt the same thing. So he works for a small startup, always the startups. And because, you know, startups goes up and down. His startup, I believe, only had like less than 10 people working for his startup. His background was in systems engineer. And of course, startups, when things go down during the pandemic, startup was going out of business. So he has to quickly land a job offer because he was on H-1B. He still right now is on H-1B, and he's just trying to figure out what's the best way to quickly make transition into product management and also land a job quickly. And specifically when he was starting his journey, he made a very brave decision. I really want to share with you guys was that you may be thinking, okay, he worked for a small company, he need the job ASAP. Why don't you just quickly land any kind of job so that sponsorship can be like continue just like on H-1B, because you only have 60 days grace period once you do not have your job anymore while on H-1B. Okay, but Jack made a very brave decision. So his long-term goal is really go really far in his career. So he felt like he wanted to really hard to work for bigger tech companies. So those including FAANG companies or very famous company like Uber, Lyft, very lots of company interview for is like go for a very famous company. So was very short time crunch, and he made very brave decision. He was like, Nancy, I know I have short amount of time left here. I don't want to just settle for something that small again. I really want to go big or go home. Guess what? He was able to actually land a job offer as with Uber and was product operations manager. And for anybody who's new to this title, product operations manager, actually at Uber, what they do is they are more external facing product managers. They work with customers, they write requirements, and then bring those requirements back to the engineering team. And now product managers at Uber, what they do is they're more internal stakeholder management, working with different kind of functions with Uber. So it's one external, one is internal. So external product manager at Uber are called product operations manager, which I personally believe that is a very, very fun job. Personally speaking. So I'm very excited that Jackson not only he landed a job in Uber. This is like latest like message we received. Actually, we received like few days ago, and from the hiring manager at Uber, basically saying that, hey, someone in my team is from the PM Accelerator you run, and he has been doing fantastic, very happy about hiring him. Okay, so not only he like really breaks through and focus on really big company, he want to challenge himself and get it down. And besides that, in a very high competitive environment, he was able to quickly like continue being recognized as a product leader and made great contribution within the team. So I want you guys really think about what is your dream company, okay? Instead of thinking about, oh, can I not do it? I don't come from like amazing background, or I don't work for like a FAANG company. How can I be able to work for like other Uber, or I make a transition? No, don't think that way. All you need to think about is, hey, I'm very determined because I have very big goal for my career. This is something I want to do for the long run. In the near term, I need to land this kind of job opening in this kind of company because this is going to help me to become, let's say, the VP of product in Google in the long run. And then all you need to do is you put all your effort to make it happen instead of second guessing yourself, saying, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Listen, so Jack himself doesn't have all the like amazing background, like with great connections. He only worked for a very small like startup. I think it's around 10 people startup. Okay, so he was able to make fast transformation. I want you guys to feel like you can make it happen. Okay, so all you want to do is you just need to be prepared when opportunities are presented in front of you. And actually today, there's a very good quote I learned from one of my students. Actually, if the fail to prepare is preparing for to fail. Okay, I just want you guys to prepare for the best opportunities presenting in front of you. Of course, we also love to celebrate offers. This is offers actually we received in the past 7 days inside PM Accelerator. So we have people landing job offer from Microsoft and also Silicon Valley startup and the other company called like Tranix, and the other like head of product offer at AI startup in the Bay Area. So every week, our student landing job offers. I want all of you guys to understand, and you can achieve your final destinations as well. We also have people in our audience. It's crazy. I believe the last week, Nathan also mentioned that he also received a verbal offer like last week when we go live. So I want all of you guys to also comment on the chat regarding what kind of interviews you're having and what kind of like job offers you have, or if you have job offer, or maybe in the FAANG round interviews. I love to celebrate with all of you guys because we are in a great communities that helping everyone together to achieve your final destination. Okay, so now let me answer the questions already submitted. Let me see the questions here. Okay, we have Joe's question. Caroline also have the question, and Callie also has a question. Awesome. Edward, yeah, thank you for your emoji. That's very cool emoji. I didn't even know it even existed. Okay, cool. Everybody please put a thumb up emoji so that you are getting started. I love all the thumb up emoji, because it's all the Facebook thing. Put thumb up emoji in the live chat. We're gonna go through the questions one by one, so feel free to continue to put your questions. And again, for people who want to do the live mock interview, or Tina, okay, I got your interesting. Why I didn't see Tina, why I see Tina in my link? Okay, so here's the thing. If you requested link to do mock interview with me live, please make sure you email me. Somehow I got some email saying that you're in my different links. Feel free to request. You need to request the right link with me. Okay, sometimes people request the wrong link. But anyway, okay, so let's do this. So if you want to do mock interview with me live, please directly email me at drnancylee.com. Yes, some of you guys will be invited to do mock interview with me. Okay, great. So now let me answer this question. Okay, so I have a question about product management interview, about how to 10 times revenue. What framework or approach do we need to use to answer this kind of questions? So the first question I have for you guys is, I believe is Joe asking this question. So I want to understand what kind of company that asks you this kind of question. Is it a Facebook, the FAANG companies, or it is startup companies? So Joe, please comment on the chat. Okay, so it's important. Your the people who ask you the question that has a lot to do with the mission of the company. If they just randomly give you some question, let's say it's TikTok, or well, maybe TikTok is thinking about the 10 times their revenue. So who asks you those kind of questions is very straightforward and very important. Okay, you need to align the question with the mission of the company. Without knowing what kind of company, it's just like very hard for people that just to predict the purpose of the mission of the company. Okay, great. So put it in the chat. So let me answer what type of interview questions. Now, assuming, let me see, Joe said, oh, you haven't posted yet. Okay, cool. All right. So assume, right? So assuming this is a Facebook type of interview questions. If this is for Facebook, clearly they are not there just for like 10 times their revenue, because you need to be aligned with the mission of Facebook, and over there would be like Facebook is creating communities to bring people closer together, right? So if this in Facebook, you need to start to talk about, well, how is this in alignment with the mission of the company? Okay, well, I don't know, if they ask you this question, you need to have a discussion with the interviewer, and because it's very critical. Okay, so let's assume 10 times the revenue is going to help people to help Facebook to reach further out and help more people. Maybe that's in alignment with the mission, which I don't think they align. Just assume they're in alignment with the mission. Okay, so now the next type of question will the framework you need to follow is in terms of define what's the right definition of the like 10 times of the revenue, because you need to understand the current like product offerings, the customer segmentation, and if they want to grow 10 times, the two ways to make it happen, right? So number one is how can you expand your product offerings within existing customer segmentation, or how would you directly quickly to like branch out into a new type of market that can help you grow 10 times more. So you need to explore both sides of the opportunity to see which one is very feasible. So therefore, the right answer lies in what type of companies you're interviewing for, or what kind of scenarios they set up for you. But that's a high level how you can approach those kind of ideas. And very cool. Hold on, let me see any other questions. Caroline. Oh, you said from, okay, another Caroline. Is the same Caroline? Okay, so Caroline interviewed with Facebook a while ago to determine a post. Okay, let me see. Let me copy paste this question. Cool. All right, so let me put it here. And make it bigger. So I interviewed with Facebook a while ago. Well, the question asked, well, what metric would you use to determine a comment on the post is inappropriate or not? Okay, very good. All right, so those are product metrics question, and let me show you where you can get the right framework to answer this kind of interview questions. By the way, if you guys want to do mock interview with me or want me to tell you whether your answer is right or wrong, feel free to email me directly at nancy@drnancy.com. And then I can put you with me live and answer and tell you how you can improve your answers. Right now, we're just guessing what your answer is. Okay, cool. What metrics would you determine a comment on a post is inappropriate or not? Okay, so basically this is kind of like a product execution question, product metrics question, and the framework you need to use is go to my YouTube channel. YouTube's doing recommendations saying that I'm going live. So go here and okay. Is this going up, down? So this is where is the Facebook framework. Let me pause here. Okay, great. So see this Facebook. Well, Meta right now, since when they film it, they're still like Facebook, now it's called Meta. All right. So for example, when they ask you put a metrics interview questions, you need to use this framework, my computer science PhD framework. Where is it? Set goals in my video where I gave you examples, which is top 20 Facebook product manager interview questions, and that to help you land a job offer in 60 days, where you get ready for your upcoming mock interviews. So there are, hold on, where is my computer science PhD framework? Basically, when you watch this video where I talked about the framework, it's called my computer science PhD framework, and specifically, you're going to think about what is the like North Star customer segmentation and North Star metrics and product health metrics, and that's specific related to the type of product you are talking about, which is right now they have a comment, and how would you be able to segment different kind of people, like doing different kind of comments, and then following that, what the most important measurements you can think about that's qualified regarding, well, there's a lot of comments that's appropriate or inappropriate. So you need to think about the high level, what's the most important thing, that defining the quality comment. Okay. And then you need to define what are the metrics that can be associated with the quality comment or inappropriate comment. Okay, so there's a methodology to follow. I don't want you guys directly jump into the answers and, oh, just see how many downvote or like how many curse words or how many people reported, right? So before you do that, you need to jump ahead of time to saying that, what's my definition of improper comment, right? What different kind of metrics that's related to it. You need to break it down in what scenarios and definition of the improper comment. Once you define different scenarios, you can come out with different metrics. Okay. So go to this training. Top 20 Facebook product manager interview questions. Then you will learn different kind of framework I just lay out in this video. Okay, cool. All right, so next question. Once I have a question, how would you improve Uber for the elderly? Oh, very good question. Very good. Okay. Cool. All right. How would you improve Uber for the elderly? Let me put it here. Very cool. Okay, so once had a question, how would you improve Uber for elderly? And when you think about this question, so it was interesting, give a target user segment rather than a goal. All right. And so of course, the reason they give you this like customer segmentation was because they want to make this interview process very, very challenging for you, because elderly is someone in general, lots of you guys watching this content, you are not those like who are 60 years plus, so you do not belong to those elderly. The way they design this question is see if you have customer empathy or not. Okay, so when we talk about customer empathy, when you approach this question, and actually I have sample answer you can directly use in my YouTube channel, right? So you follow the same methodology, which is, hey, step one, how would you directly think about the customer segmentation within the elderly? What are different kind of like older people, because there are people who are very tech savvy like us, become older, or could also be, for example, my parents who are not very tech savvy and they become elderly, right? So think about different kind of customer segmentation. So right here. So this video is perfect. This video is so, go to my YouTube channel and has a sample answer that you can use the framework to answer. Where is my this one has very similar question. Hold on. I don't think it was your favorite product. It's right here. Okay. So the sample answers is very similar to this, is design an Uber app for people with disabilities, right? Very similar. Feel free to watch the free training on my YouTube channel and go here. Directly product manager case interview sample answers. Just Google Darknessity product manager interview case sample answers. You will find it. And by the way, I believe this video is also the top search result on Google as well. If you Google product management case interview. All right. So when we answer this kind of interview questions, right? And step one, like why we're solving this problem, how it's aligning with the goal, with the company, which is similar to the training I gave you right here. And now step two, break down the elderly. Now let me ask people questions. What different kind of segmentations for elderly people? Put it on the chat. So let me see if your answers are right or wrong. So everyone pay close attention here. Break down the elderly as a customer segmentation. So put it down on the chat. What do you think are the different types of elderly people out there? All right. Yes, if they give you a goal, like define the success metric, something, and kind of go, or what the goal of Facebook ads, or what the goal of Facebook dating app, those are execution interviews. So you're really using the wrong framework. So for the design something, how to improve something, which is the product sense interview, which is what we cover today, right here. Okay. So comment on the chat. Let me see what you guys said in the chat. And at the same time, for you guys who's preparing for upcoming interview, feel free to find your mock interview customers by join our WeChat group or mock interview group on LinkedIn. So you can take a screenshot and find your mock interview partners. Now, let me see your answer you put in. So break down the elderly out there. And so let me see. Are you guys trying to get free training or not? Hey guys, if you do not tell me what your answer, and then I will just answer a question very briefly. Okay, so assuming nobody commenting regarding how you break down the customer segmentation of elderly, in that case, I'm just going to give you something very general. Okay, cool. All right. So the framework is break down customer segmentation for elderly, and then after you break it down, for each segmentation, you need to think about what are the prioritized segmentation, the different types of elderly. After you prioritize those segmentations, you also need to have many different kind of pain points. After these different kind of pain points, you also need to prioritize again. So the framework actually is listed out here regarding different kind of segmentation, and they give you examples, including, like, for example, the design the Uber app for people with disabilities, and like blind people, what different kind of like blind people or people with disabilities and out there, and then, which is right on the whiteboard here, and then you list their different kind of like pain points, and then you continue to prioritize. Okay, so that's a high level framework, and feel free to comment there, unless you guys let me know your segmentation, and then I can tell you if you get it right or wrong. So has someone submitted the segmentation already? Okay, cool. So for elderly, let me put the answers here. Cool. Let me copy paste. Feel free to comment on the chat regarding any other more elderly examples you guys can think about. And let me directly copy paste the comment here. Okay, let me hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me put this here. This one. segmentation for elderly, that's submitted by, what's your name? Caroline. Okay, submitted by Caroline, segmentation for elderly. And let's see this. Okay, so you're thinking about people with disabilities, disabled elderly, visually impaired, hearing impaired, technology capability, technically capable elderly, or laggers who are adverse towards new technology. So I think, first of all, disabled, I don't think disabled is, we should make it like stand out, because disabled itself represent a very broader segmentation, because disabled can be older or younger. So I wouldn't overlap with older, because it can be disabled younger people, disabled older people. But I do like your ideas regarding like technology capable elderly, or someone who refuse to use technology, or someone who directly think about the new way, or to, even if they want to use technology, they don't know how to use technology, right? So one is emotionally do not want to use technology, or say they want to use it, they don't know how to do it, or someone who really knows how to use technology, right? So there's 3 different kind of customer segmentations. And think about this. Now you just need to prioritize. Now answer in the chat. Okay, so which one would you prioritize? Think about that. I also see Kelly. So come on the chat, which one would you prioritize and why? So Kelly said, visually or hearing impaired, handicapped, new to tech, unable to walk or get around. Very cool. Okay, great. So I give you guys examples of design Uber app for like disabled people. Now everybody trying to come up with different kind of like disability. All right. So again, so disability is not part. I don't think disabled are part of older, but older people can be like for someone who is losing the sight. So I wouldn't call them as someone who's like disabled, who are like sharing like a hearing needs, visual needs, but you can call it out loud in terms of some older people who has challenges in terms of like seeing. That could be one segmentation, but I don't really want to mix match between disabled and older people. Older doesn't mean that they're disabled. So it's two different things. Okay. And especially when you go through interviews, and those are very sensitive topic, how we define disabled people is very different. So don't just be the older, so you're disabled, 2 different things. Okay. All right. So we got some answers here. All right. And then next part is you directly think about which segmentation would you prioritize, right? And then you think about, okay, so what are the biggest challenges for people who, let's say, prioritize technology, capable or incapable users? What are the challenges today when they use Uber? And then you list different kind of challenges for people, because people who are technology savvy like us, and probably the challenge is different from someone who's not tech savvy, very, very different, right? So really think deeper, or someone who they're tech savvy, but they're just losing their sight. Lots of us really need like glasses to figure it out, right? So all different kind of challenges you need to really think about and define. Okay, and then of course it's all besides like elderly people, there's also drivers. For drivers, we also need to consider part of the equation how to improve it, because the entire experience is very important. Without both sides of the marketplace, it's very hard to have the fantastic outcome as a product manager for Uber. Okay, so and let me see. Caroline said, elderly mobile phone users and the elderly group who doesn't know how to or want to use, visually impaired and deaf, handicapped. Yes, I think that's a better answer compared with what you submitted earlier. Okay, cool. cool. Let me put the better way. You put it here, and then elderly group was usually impaired, deaf, or handicapped. Again, I want to say that in the interview because you can describe or they have challenges. Okay, they have challenges, but I wouldn't say that in the interview they're in general they're deaf or like a handicap, but you can generally say that they have certain type of like challenges in terms they might not see very well and yada yada. So then you break up in the interview, but I wouldn't call them disabled. Okay, cool. All right. I do like the second answer better. So let me put it in the chat here, which is a newer submission in terms of different ways to segment your customers. So this is better, okay? And very cool. Now, next part, you just need to think about what the different type of examples in terms of how would you be able to come up with different challenges and pain point for example, elderly mobile phone users, and they know how to use technology, but in general, they have already losing certain sight. So just continue to prioritize and understand what their pain point. Okay, when you get older, you still use cell phone. So what's the true challenges for you to use Uber app today in terms of how to improve it? Well, of course, today's Uber app, to be honest, I think really designed for people like us, for young people and very mobile, they use it all the time. And now for elder people, assuming you are older, but you also know already how to use cell phone, what are the different challenges you might be facing. So that's something you immediately need to think about. And most importantly, you need to come up with the strategies in terms of, hey, how can you quickly come up with solutions to improve it? So it's a step-by-step process and just come up with solutions towards the end based on your challenges. Okay, so feel free to go back to this channel where I teach you exactly how you're able to come up with different kind of solutions and how would you prioritize different kind of solutions, which is in this free channel. Okay, and awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so let me know if you have any other questions, or if you guys wanted to mock interview with me, let me know and directly email me at nancy@drnancylee.com, and then I tell you how you can improve your answers as well. Cool. Elderly group is visually impaired. Cool. Okay, great. All right, so let's do this. Any other questions regarding presence interview? Hey, do you guys have any kind of presence interviews coming up? And so tell me more about your interviews. We also, or anybody who's having offers, feel free to comment on the chat. I'm very excited to see all the offers, and because people need to celebrate the progress everyone is making. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So if we don't have any other questions, this will be the next step you guys need to do. Okay. And okay, so go back to the take-home exam. Okay, so we have different kind of people submitting, different kind of customer segmentations, and I do like the latest subscription right here, and which in terms of the new segmentation. Now, after you directly prioritize, now think about the pain point, now design your solution. So I want you guys really think about the best way to design a solution, and then feel free to bring it back to me next week and see if your solutions are actually really meeting the pain point of your potential customers. Okay, so this is the best way to continue to improve and land your job offer. There's also other resources I want to share with you guys. Cool. Where is our we have other mock interviews here. Okay, cool. Okay, great. So for all of you guys, it's very important to practice your upcoming interviews. So I want you to directly come to here and download your interview questions, 50 FAANG interview questions database, which is drnancylei.com/50FAANG, and use those to get prepared so you know what's coming up in your interviews. Okay. And now the other part is that when you apply those like a framework, different interview questions, I really want you to think about what is the best way with the best framework to answer those questions, because all of this, for example, for meta interview question and this is a monetization question, the fourth one, and like those are product design questions on the top, right? And what's your favorite product? How to define the success? What's your favorite product itself is more product sense interview question. How we define the success, which is execution interview question. So each one is different. I want you guys really use the right framework to land your dream job offer. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So let's see, do we have any other questions? We haven't answered. Cool. Okay, great. All right, so that's all the questions and resources we have for today. Now, this is what you need to do next. Go ahead, directly use this practice, and then go to this website, this link, and scan a QR code where you can find a mock interview partner. This is very critical. You guys need to go up to this site to come up with your group, and the more practices you do, the better you get. But key is that you really need to use the right framework and right methodology, think very broadly. Okay, so for anybody who is looking to land your dream product manager job offer, and feel free to directly go to my website, drnancylei.com/masterclass, where you're able to learn the 1 hour free with me and learn about what the best strategies to land your dream product manager job offer in 60 days. Oh, awesome, awesome. Okay, great. So I believe we answered all your questions today. All right. All right. So feel free to tune in next week where we are going to talk about how to become product manager with no experience. And the week after, we're going to talk about like how to do mock interviews in different kind of like big FAANG companies. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to see you soon in our next training. And for anybody who is here, feel free to put the thumb up emoji so I know this is very relevant to what you are trying to achieve. Okay, cool. All right, I am going to see you guys soon. All right, see you. I see lots of people saying bye. Awesome. Okay, so see you, Carrie, Caroline, Bowden, yes, and Edward. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. And let me know any other great offers you have achieved, and congratulations for anybody who already received the offer this week. That's very amazing. Wish all of you guys and good luck, and also happy late Chinese New Year to everybody as well. Yes, cool. All right. Let me close today's stream and looking forward to seeing you guys soon next week. Talk soon. Bye.